Good evening and welcome to Cochrane Stadium in beautiful, blustery Bowling Green, Ohio. It is a crisp fall evening, maybe in the high 50s. You know, I have that information available to me, but it feels good out here. It feels the way soccer is supposed to feel in late September. I am Will Earhart. I will be joined ever so shortly by my colleague Stephen Jenkins. We are looking forward to a great matchup tonight with Western Michigan University, Bowling Green's first MAC action of the season. Western Michigan having already started their MAC campaign successfully with a big win over Northern Illinois. Was excited to see that, and I think that bodes well for the matchup that we're going to have tonight, featuring a team in Bowling Green that is picking up steam, 2 wins on the trot, looking forward to MAC action, and a Western Michigan team that perhaps is a little bit stronger than we might have anticipated, especially with that early win over Northern Illinois. And I am now joined by my friend, my partner, my colleague, Stephen Jenkins. Stephen, how are we tonight, and are you looking forward to this matchup?
Oh, man. First game of MAC play every year, always huge. Seeing the boys out there in the orange and brown, love the kits. Very rugby-esque. Of course, BGSU with their rich tradition of rugby. Saw the rugby team actually on the field on the way here.
Stephen, interesting to note that we were here just days ago, Friday evening, and I love all the jerseys that BGSU is busting out here. We've got a new home kit every time we look away. For me, I think, as you know, I love that orange on black. This
looks great.
This is the winner for me. They look intense. They look fierce.
Numbers are easy to read.
Numbers are easy to read.
Really all I care about at the end of the day. No, this is a great looking kit. We probably should be plugging some kind of team store here.
Absolutely.
Which we will get a URL for maybe for the half.
BGSU.edu/team store.
I don't know, maybe.
Type that in and you're going to get close.
Yeah.
And Alberto Anaya will get it underway for BGSU. Notable that he was named in a few different places as one of the players of the week for his incredible performance.
So I didn't realize he was credited with 3 assists in that game. 2 goals, 3 assists.
Nor did I. He was involved in almost every goal.
Yeah.
And I do wonder if maybe on that 6th goal, maybe he had the old hockey assist.
Yes, I agree.
BGSU attacking early.
And this is a very good Western Michigan team. Going to be a real challenge, but you love the fact that the Falcons are coming off a 6-goal performance here at home against Oakland University, also based out of Michigan. A lot of Michigan.
It's been a Michigan
games happening.
Michigan-heavy schedule. Stephen, I'm interested in your perspective on something. So on Friday night, we talked a lot about the formation change that BGSU had implemented in their first win of the season away to Air Force about a week ago. I'm wondering if subsequently you had the chance to talk to Coach Nichols and get his perspective on how much that switch might have played into what happened.
So we are in the same formation tonight. Cal Kuzmano up top, I did have the chance to talk to him. He did not seem like overly ready to say that it was like the formation that fixed the goal scoring. I think that it probably did help, and we're in that formation again tonight. But I think it was players gelling better, and you could say that when you connect the midfield with the tackle a little better, that is in a sense gelling. But he was very happy with the result. I think if you ask any coach if they like a 6-goal performance, they're going to say yes, and certainly Oakland, maybe not at the talent level that some of these MAC teams are at, but certainly a D1 challenge. And I'll be excited to see how the formation continues to work tonight.
Absolutely. I think I'm looking forward to seeing if that same type of that connective tissue between the middle third, the final third, all that passing, and I mean, just recall all of those little intricate, give little triangles all over the final
right
third.
Here. Yeah.
We'll see if that translates against a MAC opponent tonight.
And I don't know if you were seeing this, but Western Michigan has some size popping off the pitch. especially here in the back, which is not uncommon, but some big boys in the back there. So it will be an interesting battle as Cusmano tries to break down those ranks.
Well, certainly number 21, Mike Mellaroni for Western Michigan University, certainly appears to have a size advantage over at least some of the defenders.
Yeah.
We love to see this from Joey.
Joey Affinoni, he loves every once in a while he will charge forward and that'll go out for a throw-in, but just does flip the entire position of the field even with that little attack there. Gonna get that 7 o'clock Bowling Green golden hour here for a bit. May pose an issue for visibility in the southeastern part of the pitch. Doesn't seem to be affecting anything too severely yet. Nichols, Jensen Lakosko, BG, some intricate play to escape here out the back. Joey with a rare errant pass there. Let's see if Bowling Green can escape the danger. Western Michigan with the ball now in the final third here for some sustained attack, but not quite able to move it forward. Gleaming in the sun.
Jake Bergen enjoying a run in the team with this new formation.
Yes,
been playing well.
Playing very well.
Ooh.
Will, I think another little bicycle kick there from Joey, I think just to buy some time for everyone to get back. Western Michigan now, though, threatening. Joey's able to get a foot in without fouling. Bowling Green would love to hold the ball here for a little bit. Instead, Western Michigan will get a chance to regroup. Well, there could be a storyline here that Brennan Graves was not asked to do terribly much over the weekend. Certainly will be challenged on a different level tonight by a very capable Broncos team. So we should keep an eye on his performance. Has looked good so far in distribution, at least.
I don't know that we've seen him called into action too much in any of our home games, even in the tight draws and losses they had at the beginning of the season. You know, he did well when he had savable balls, and the goals were not anything that he should have felt responsible for.
But of course, in modern soccer now, would you agree that it's like keeping the ball to the net is like 72% of your job, and the other 28 is leading the attack, setting up the attack, starting up the attack. We've seen successful keepers in the Premier League that maybe aren't viewed as elite because they don't also fire up the attack going forward. So it's a changing role.
Stephen, I love that you've given me this opportunity to talk about one of my favorite soccer-related topics. Of course, a great shot stopper. It's an important skill. You've got keepers like David De Gea for Manchester United, maybe the best shot stopper in the world, but what he's not so good at is distribution. And if your goalie is not involved in the build-up, if he's not involved in the attacking phase of play, every time that you attack, you are at a numerical disadvantage.
Yes.
You are playing 10v11. The goalie has to be involved in the build-up if you want to be a successful modern soccer team. So not something we asked Brendan to do too much of, but you'll see he's drifting forward. I think he's off your screen here on the television, but he's just drifting forward, and certainly he's always available.
A
as
little
an outlet.
adventurous there for me, actually.
I like to see it. I've watched too much David De Gea over the years. I'd like to
Oh, what
see.
a ball over the top from Beto to Cale Nichols. That'll go out for a goal kick, but wow, what a good ball. And Nichols doesn't seem to be protesting there. I thought maybe a little foul in the back.
Well, 8 minutes gone. Pretty even contest. If anything, Western Michigan may be a little bit on top.
I think so. They've just enjoyed possession in slightly more dangerous places, but I think these teams are still feeling each other out. There doesn't seem to be a narrative emerging yet. That was a fantastic ball. Kuzmano will bring it down. Will he cut in? He does. Can he pick out a partner, or will he go alone? Attack falls apart a little bit. Oh, actually needs saving from the keeper. And Bowling Green, while not being very prolific in attack, is suddenly back at it. Nathan Masters able to keep it in play.
That was a very promising attack from the Falcons.
Was, yeah. I think that shot had a little
shot.
more venom on it and a little better placement than it initially appeared. Surprised the ref doesn't let that go a few seconds longer, but maybe possession had already been lost. But the Falcons will have a free kick from a fairly threatening spot. I wonder if
25, 30 yards out, give or take.
Yeah, you go for goal here, or are you trying to put it on a forehead?
You know, if it was me personally, Steven, I'd be looking to put it on a forehead. I don't think
guess
I'd
I
be
meant
able to
the
score from this
proverbial
kind of range.
you.
Yeah. This is pretty far out. It takes a special one.
It does.
But coming off a 2-goal, 3-assist
There you
performance,
go.
maybe he's got it in him.
Oh, it's going to be, yeah.
Not quite.
So the free kick fizzles out, but Bowling Green threatens early. 35 minutes to go. We are still scoreless here at Cochrane Stadium in our first game of MAC play against the Western Michigan Broncos. It's a big game coming off a 6-0 victory against Oakland University. And before that, a series of hard-fought draws, some 1-0, 0-0, or 0-1 losses, I guess nomenclature would be. So the Falcons just finding their footing, and this would be a great game to really launch the season here. I mean, we've had some good games already. Obviously, last week was encouraging, but the MAC games are the bread and butter of your schedule.
And interesting to note, Stephen, I didn't even realize that scoreline in that Western Michigan game. They actually defeated Northern Illinois 3-0. So
yeah,
pretty comprehensive victory.
Yes.
If they were to get out of here with 3 points today, that would be an incredible start to their MAC schedule. Ooh. I'll tell you what, that wasn't far away. You've seen him creep in, Stephen. You've seen that kind of shot creep in.
You have. They all count.
Brendan Graves was on his bike, moving backwards, trying to get back to the top right corner, and ended up went just wide.
Broncos throw in. Falcons with numbers, but good cross there from Bronco attacker. Cale Nichols just very carefully finds Jensen Lukoski. No hurried passing. Wow, what a beautiful sequence of passes there. Probably about 10 or 12 passes to get out of the back, and just still willing to be patient.
I thought that number 3, Jonathan Robinson for Western Michigan, I thought he was teeing up with his left foot to strike that first time, but made a different decision. But I was worried up here. I thought that might have been a dangerous shot on goal.
So a sloppy passage of play here as teams trade throw-ins and then fouls and free kicks, and see if Western wants to go along with it. They do, to good effect. Nichols available. Taken quickly. Graves would probably like to have that one back. Just a little too much spin on it, hung up, and BG needs to be careful here. Same things.
It's effective press. Western Michigan high up the field.
Yeah.
Harrying the Falcons.
It looks like we're used to doing.
Absolutely.
Wow, well handled. Wow.
Josh Erlinson, I think, that
Foul on
kick.
Dylan Singh there. Green. And back.
I felt both of us have a sharp intake of breath watching Joey not win a header. It's just, we're not, that's not
Can't win every single one.
Sure, this is not something we're accustomed to seeing.
Passing was crisp last week, or last game over the weekend, and not as crisp today. Seeing some small mental errors. Oh, try to send it out for a corner. Ethan Graves says, hey, no problem, it's not in the net. I'm all right with that. Broncos with the first corner of the game. Well handled there by Sergio Martinez. The throw in for the Broncos, and the Falcons earn a little breathing room here. Haven't said Beto's name too much yet in this game. Oh, and that needed sublime intervention from Amir Didic, and he was present in a major way there. That could have easily been a goal.
That was a bad giveaway there.
Yeah, Green passing just not feel as crisp as it did last week, and let's give credit to Broncos' defensive efforts as well as Ethan Graves slips there. I do think this pitch is a little moist. Brendan Graves, I apologize. Ethan Ogden, our freshman keeper. Folks, we are good at these names. It's just a lot of names. And they change every year. Not every year. Brendan has been with us for some time now as a junior.
Jake Bergen with the foul there. One of the easier calls I think the official will have tonight. Saw the arms fully extended. Michigan in a dangerous position straight away from the free
Graves
kick.
had a hard decision whether to come out there. Eventually retreated, but was in no man's land for a split second. We are tied at zeros with about 27 minutes left here in the first half. I'd definitely say that other than an early fantastic chance from the Falcons, the Broncos have had the better of it.
Certainly the best chances have been for the Falcons, but on the run of play, it's been the Broncos. You know, I don't associate Broncos with Western Michigan, but I guess I just associate them with out west because of Denver. I guess I don't know much about Broncos.
Yeah, I think they're just, you know, aggressive livestock.
Sure.
And we're in the Midwest. Yeah. No, they're not livestock. We don't eat Broncos.
Sure.
They're horses. Just working through this in my head. I think they're horses raised to be used in rodeos.
Okay. Okay. Well, certainly faithful viewers and listeners do comment on the YouTube video. Let us know. Let us know what we should know about Broncos.
For the record, we do not condone eating horses or raising them.
Except where culturally appropriate.
Austria. My father has eaten horse steak in Austria.
No horse steak here tonight, though, at Cochrane Stadium.
No, but we do have a savory meal prepared. 2 excellent MAC teams.
Got another 70 minutes of what I think will be pretty tasty MAC action.
Yes, MACtion, as they call it on ESPN. Free kick awarded to the Falcons. No subs getting ready. Coach Nichols happy with what he sees out there, maybe waiting for things to click a little bit. Like to see Beto get a few more touches through the middle. Work some magic maybe. The Masters energetic as always, but
Good to see some members of Bowling Green Soccer Club here tonight as ball boys and viewing in the stadium. Shout out to all the participants, boys and girls, who participate in those teams, various age levels here in Bowling Green. Couple of teams in first place in their divisions. Joey with a timely intervention there. Western Michigan attacking the numbers down the left, had a 3v2, maybe even a 3v1, but Joey was able to get the ball away.
great header there from Josh. Josh Wilson, it kind of feels like he drifts up that left flank. I don't know, and it's almost a partnership between Joey and Amir in the back. It's like
I know what you mean.
It's like a 2-1 before you get to the midfield. I don't know. I don't know if you notice it or if it's
well, certainly Joey and Amir Dieters, they do very much
play off
rotate.
each other more. Yeah, and they're
you don't see it quite as much with Josh on the left.
But it works. I mean, we don't give up a lot of goals. So.
We've conceded what, 3, 4? 4 goals across 7 games.
That is pretty good.
That is a stingy Chicago Bears-like defense.
Going way back there.
The 85 Bears, I believe, is the relevant year to cite. Certainly not the 2022 Bears.
No.
Less stingy of a defense.
Oh, that's a great ball in. Ooh. needs dealt with, and the Falcons are not out of trouble yet.
Well done from Graves to get up and over to get that ball. Not able to hold on to it, but did well to get to it first. Well, this is a moment for Bowling Green to go back to their quick counterattacking roots.
Oh, he's going to look for Kyle on the overlap. There we go. Oh, great ball. And can Cale Nichols do something with it? He will earn the Falcons their first corner. So a little life up the side here. I like that interplay. Saw a lot of that last week. Matriculating up the field. A la Hank Stram's Kansas City Chiefs, 1969. Always like that. Matriculating up the field. Works in a university setting as well.
Yeah, that's
matriculation was always a funny word to me in college. I never quite understood what it meant.
I couldn't tell you right now. I could not articulate the meaning of matriculate outside of the university context.
What I'm saying is I can't do it in a context. I just think it means you're like getting your stuff done.
Matriculating is like you are enrolling and participating in the life of the university.
I always thought matriculating meant it's the exact courses you need to graduate. Cale Nichols looking for an attacker. Beto on the ball here. Takes a lucky bounce his way. He's going to look for a shooter. Finds Martinez. Doubles back. Oh, I love that ball. What a good idea. I'll tell you, Robin Van Persie would have been in the air.
Sure. Manchester United
laid
legend.
Out. Dutch legend. Let's let Holland claim him.
He scored a lot of goals at Arsenal, but he won a lot of competitions at United.
That ball will just trickle out the back.
Well, Stephen, we've been here and seen some of those tough matchups, including against Ohio State, against Michigan State. Ohio State nationally ranked right now in a lot of polls.
Are they? Haven't seen that. I believe
this is as tough as we've seen somebody play the Falcons this year.
It is, yeah. I didn't feel we were quite up against it like this against Ohio State.
My recollection of that game is we may have failed to convert a penalty, and Ohio State successfully converted a late penalty. It was a disappointing game.
Yeah. I don't think we'll see a card here. I think that was a pretty high-powered but relatively innocuous challenge from Cale Nichols. BG has done well to avoid cards this season. Can think of just a few. Brennan Graves again comes out, can't handle it, but able to pick it up.
Needs to spray the pine tar on the gloves.
Stick them. BG charging, but it's Broncos with numbers. Falcons will double back and try to find some shape, and again, the sloppy passing continues. Fans recognizing Joey's work rate out there. Oh boy, that ball just slips through a defender. That time, Brendan Graves is able to get on it.
The gloves were sticking when he needed them to be. Number 3, Jonathan Robinson, was creeping at that back post. I think if that had spilled out, he might have put that away.
Yeah.
We've seen Jonathan Robinson up and down this entire left-hand side for the Broncos.
That just dribbles out for a throw, and so the Falcons just... And now the Broncos. It is a sloppy game tonight between two very good teams, but I wonder if there's some nerves in this first MAC game. Wonder if there's some nerves at play here.
very tidy exchange there, but it did end in another errant pass. Like to see BGSU enjoy a little spell of possession here. Just hold on to the ball for a minute or two.
Oh, you may have heard over our radios, we have some subs coming in for Western Michigan. Not seeing anything for the Falcons yet. Kind of a chaotic game. Joey able to block that, and I thought somehow save it as a goal kick, but not quite able to. So right now your line is 1 shot on goal, 1 corner kick for each team.
Corner kick, Western Michigan.
Good ball into the box, and wow. Brennan Graves comes down with it. So he certainly has been called into action more than last week already.
Sure.
In the first 30 minutes, and some great distribution there up the flank.
Yeah, he's shaking off a little bit of early rust and held on to the last couple of ones when it really needed
confidence. That really was a great throw to Nathan Masters up the flank there. Kale Nichols looking to drift in and help. Ooh. Great body control there from Sergio Martinez, and let's see if the Falcons can come up with something here. Kale Nichols will play for a corner, but doesn't quite come off. Not sure why play was stopped there.
Substitutions into the game. First up for Western Michigan, number 26,
Eli Shope coming on for Nathan Masters here for BGSU.
Now in the game for the Falcons, number 11, Eli Shope, for number 27, Nathan Masters.
You love to have that quality off the bench. It's good news for the Falcons here, as Shope has a lot of energy, can carry the ball, strong on the ball. Ooh. Jensen Lukoscu, that veteran presence there. And what a great ball. Look at Beto's first touch. He's going to come down with it. Oh, tries to play Martinez in. It's a good idea. I liked it. Oh, Falcons with a promising break here. And look at Eli Shope sprinting up that flank. Beto finds him. Just not enough. Gosh. Falcons are just struggling here, but now Broncos with passing issues of their own would have liked to have seen us push the tempo there on regaining possession a little bit. But now Shope will have a chance to dictate play. A little pirouette there. Well, the only trend I've spotted is no trend so far.
Well, neither team quite dominant. Oh,
Over the post. Wow. Both teams sloppy in possession. Certainly now after that, Western with more chances, but
no one quite locking down the middle third, and
No.
a little bit of chaos as a result. Certainly, my perspective, Stephen, Western Michigan on balance has had a better half.
yeah.
11 minutes still to go. Interested to see if either team can get on the scoreboard. They've had their chances, but no one's been able to put one away.
Wow. Joy with a screamer on the ground. Oh, what a move. Sergi Martinez escapes. Beto is just going to be outmatched. I think he's struggling 17-8. Beto and Daniel Nimick. Just an awkward size battle there for Beto if he's asked to win a ball in the air or compete in a foot race. But certainly has the skills to pick out a runner or just create some magic from nothing. Will, it is Derby days this weekend for both of our Premier League clubs. Do you have a prediction you'd like to present to our viewers in the Manchester Derby?
Sure. If Rashford's fit to start, I think it's 4-1 to United. Rashford with an improbable hat trick.
I love it.
Ronaldo with a late goal to silence the critics.
I love the hopefulness.
And I love that cheeky
cheeky
free kick there. BG's been trend is to play it quickly, which you like to see. It means they want to keep the tempo, keep possession.
Yeah.
Stephen, how about the North London Derby?
Oh, I don't know. I'll be more realistic. I'll say.
I'm sorry?
I'll be a little more realistic. I'll say Arsenal 5, Spurs. No. No, I think both games end 2-2. It's so boring, but I just feel like both games have 2-2 written all over them.
Well, you know I'm rooting for Arsenal, but for me, I've got Spurs as 3-1 winners.
Oh, really? 3-1?
Yeah, I'm just feeling that single goal defeat
Yeah.
in both. City, of course, can do one this weekend, and I think they will, thanks to United.
Falcons tightening up the passing here. I like it. Beto loves to spin. Kind of with that dummy. Doesn't waste any energy moving forward. Eli Shope with a great ball. It's just going to go out the back, I believe, for
For a throw.
Yeah, off to the side. Defender. Great work right there to not give up on that ball. Changes the dynamic of the set play here a little bit from a corner or from a throw. Also go out for a throw. Shope skips away. Good things happening here. Ooh, that one will just go over. Always rising, as they say. Will, I'd be remiss not to mention that the women's league in England, the professional league, the top tier, had almost 50,000 paying fans at the North London Derby, the ladies, Tottenham ladies team and Arsenal ladies team. That game ended 4-0 to the Arsenal. So happy to see that the women's game is alive and well in England, as it is here with our Lady Falcons.
And there's something to watch there, Stephen. I was just reading about recently that I thought was really thought-provoking. The idea that the NWSL here in this country is more likely to be successful than the WSL long-term, even though the WSL right now certainly has larger attendance, based on the fact that the association with existing clubs in the WSL means that it will be harder for some of those teams to break through compared to in
Well,
the NWSL, where
everyone's
teams, you know, Angel
yeah.
City FC, Portland Thorns, all these teams, they stand on their own without necessarily having a formal club affiliation with, say, an MLS team.
Yeah.
And that'll be something that's interesting to watch over the next decade, because certainly that game's going to continue to explode and grow.
Yeah, and you've got young superstars in the U.S. that are attracting attention that they may be willing to stay. You've got your Trinity Rodman, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she with Portland, I believe.
I believe that's right, yeah.
BG threatens down the flank. BG with some numbers here. Just need to get a ball into the box. Let some magic happen.
Mm.
Five and a half minutes left here in the first half.
Western substitution was number 10, Jordan Walker, for number 24, Miami Durant.
Oh, beautiful ball. Kuzmano looking to get on the end of this. Ooh.
Just missing that
BG
final
just
ball.
Struggling with that final ball, yeah.
Stephen, we are getting a little bit of feedback on those predictions.
Oh, okay.
Arsenal 5-0 deemed unrealistic.
Yeah.
By
To be
some.
clear, that was satire on my part. I think 2-2 will be
4-0, much more realistic.
Yeah, yeah. What about Bronco? Have we learned what a Bronco is?
You know, we have not received that feedback yet. I do think we've got it nailed on in terms of the
Well, you can't eat
related to a horse.
Yeah, not
I think
food.
we've expressed skepticism about using them as food. I think that's where we are.
Yeah. Nice little tackle from Jensen Lukosky. That was a professional, careful little body check tackle. Kuzmano is making the runs. Just under 3 minutes left in the first half here.
Chances to both sides, Stevens, but I think the Falcons can consider themselves a little lucky to still be drawing 0-0. I've been very impressed by Western Michigan in this first half.
I have as well, and we knew we were in for a battle. I didn't quite know what shape it was going to take, and I do feel like both teams have been a little sloppy as I say that. Sergio Martino called into action just to put that out and slow down the attack a little bit. I wonder what kind of subs we'll see in the second half, if any. would not say that the Falcons are playing poorly by any stretch of the imagination, but not clicking in that final third, like you said. Love that work rate from Cale Nichols there, as his fellow teammates applaud him. Just under a minute now in the first half.
1 minute remaining.
Falcons just looking to survive this final attack here.
Well, for what it's worth, Stephen, a Bronco is defined as an unbroken or imperfectly broken range horse of Western North America. So, you know, some of those early inclinations were perhaps correct.
Well, you know, I'll just say this. Oakland University were the Golden Grizzlies. So I wonder if it's a regional problem where they don't quite know where the animals are from.
Maybe the native animals were taken.
Wolverine, yeah. 19 seconds left. Brennan Graves had to come out and pick that one up quickly. And these balls are just hanging, and I don't think it's a wind issue. I'm not sure.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we are out of the first half, folks. That was a tricky one. Let's see what the second half has in store.
It started with you. A breeze building momentum. A movement gathering force. Even before you could see it, you could feel it. The flutter of hope. The rush of potential. The inexplicable pull toward the edge of opportunity. Falcons take flight. 7 years ago, Bowling Green State University challenged our community to join us in changing lives for the world. Powered by the strength of Falcons who came before us, guided by our indomitable spirit. Together, we rise. Even as the world took new shape amidst a global pandemic, we fixed our sights on tomorrow's horizon. You gave, and it altered our course. You gave, and we are forever changed, united in our vision of the future. More than 38,000 donors answered the call, representing all 50 states and 26 countries. More than 160,000 contributions were given, raising over $250 million. $101.7 million in scholarship and student support funds were committed, creating 235 new scholarship funds to accelerate student success and accessibility. More than $28 million in gift revenue was received in fiscal year 2020 alone, our highest level of yearly philanthropic support, demonstrating the unparalleled commitment of Falcons in the face of extraordinary upheaval. Stirred by emotion, propelled by purpose, lifted by your empowerment, we are airborne. From historic gifts that changed our campuses to focused contributions ensuring that all Falcons soar, your impact is profound. We are educating the world's next generation of trailblazers to forge ahead, honoring our historic strength in business education, preparing journalists, media, and communication professionals to seek the truth, skating with an eye toward the future, and building up our frontline healthcare heroes for those with the courage to respond and preserve our public health. This is not the end of a campaign. It's the beginning of our path forward. One renewed with meaning and optimism, unbridled by the conventions of how it's always been done. Because when Falcons take flight, we make a difference forever. Bowling Green State University, a public university for the public good.
My major does not define me.
I'll probably be working jobs that don't exist yet.
I want a fulfilling career and to make a difference.
A rewarding life starts with being true to yourself, then taking action. Our design coaches help identify what empowers you so you can think big, try boldly, and stay curious.
A BGSU education is bigger than a degree.
It's a toolkit.
For a life of purpose.
So my name is Sadia Azmi, and I'm from Mumbai, India, and my major is psychology. BGSU was my choice because I did a lot of research and I applied to quite a few universities and I got through them too. But BGSU's program for IO is ranked really highly, actually ranked number 3 in the country. And so it was an easy choice. So when I got here, you have to understand that I'm coming from Mumbai, which is just kind of called the New York of India. And so it was a big, busy city, and coming to Bowling Green was like, whoa, like what century? Something has changed here. Initially, it was a little bit of a surprise shock. But then as I got to meet people, you know, I met my advisor here on campus, and then I made friends just living in the dorms. Slowly, I knew nobody when I came to campus. But slowly I made so many friends that within a month or two, it just started feeling great being here. I have volunteered at the ISA, that is the Indian Student Association, and also at a few events of Global Connections, which is a campus come outside organization where they help out international students. And besides that, I just make it a point to attend every other event that I can, you know, be it the Chinese Student Association or the World Student Association or the African American Student Association. All of that just to get to, you know, meet new people, learn new things. So after I finish this semester at BGSU, I'm going back to India to get married. And then I'm coming back in January. I have this internship that I have planned for the next semester. Probably I will be continuing with the internship that I'm doing right now. And then I will also be taking my GREs and then applying to schools for my PhD program. I would definitely recommend BGSU to students. My opinions, my views were really, really valued here. And especially for international students, because you bring a different perspective. I have observed that professors and, you know, teachers on campus here really value that. So like, you know, in class I would be asked, what is your opinion? Like, and in a very nice way, like, not like in an outsider, oh, you know, what do you think kind of thing. And also, it has been just a great learning experience and definitely recommending it.
At Bowling Green State University, we are a public university for the public good. A nationally ranked research university, we create public good through our graduates who lead and our collective pursuit of impact in Ohio and beyond. Founded in the Midwest, we never shy away from hard work. We embrace our responsibility to do good. We are proud to have state in our name. It's who we are, always striving forward. Always a public university, always for the public good.
My definition of a frontline Falcon is somebody who works in a discipline that provides services to people when they're very vulnerable.
They are there every single day taking care of our loved ones when we can't.
Early on in the pandemic, it was clear to me that our students and faculty were going to need to be out on the front lines working. Our medical laboratory sciences students participated in COVID testing as soon as COVID testing was possible. Our long-term care administration students and alums provided very compassionate care to people who were isolated and alone. Our nursing graduates got out into the workforce a month earlier than they would normally be.
Our graduates were able to enter the workforce on a temporary nursing license, and those graduates hit the floor running. The School of Nursing began in July of 2020, and it was really a fitting time in history to create a nursing program to help increase the demand.
There's many, many ways that the disciplines in the College of Health and Human Services rapidly made adjustments and began delivering services to the community.
We thank you for answering the call to come to this profession, and we thank you for everything you do day after day.
Thank you all for being here today. You are here because you made a decision to be collegiate student athletes. So clap it up for yourselves. So let me ask you a question. Raise your hand if you want to win a conference championship. Raise your hand if you want to win a national championship. National championship. Keep your hands up if you're willing to wake up 4:30 in the morning for mandatory workouts. Those hands will go down because not everyone's willing to make those sacrifices. Keep your hands up if you're willing to put student first. All the responsibilities that it takes to be a student athlete. Are you up for that challenge? The lifelong friends that you will make, the failed attempts that you will learn from, the education that you will earn will all develop you for life after sports. So I'll ask you, are you willing to compete? Are you willing to execute? And are you willing to be a leader? Are you ready?
I think education changed dramatically through the pandemic.
We saw teachers being incredibly creative and reaching out to one another to network for ideas to keep students engaged and still learning.
Our commitment was to make sure that people were educated, to do it in a safe environment. One faculty member brought a camper and parked outside to meet students there.
We could space out and do the office hours in a socially distanced, safe manner. And I just wanted to let my students know that, I'm a real person outside of the Zoom box.
For a lot of faculty, this was the first time they've been teaching online, but for faculty in our college, we've had robust online programming for years. And they became really great resources. Starting in the spring of 2020, we worked with local school districts to organize these academic enrichment camps. Our faculty, staff, and students, we made a difference in people's lives, and I think that's what a public university for the public good should be about.
Colleges and universities are no longer accepting just a student. We are accepting an entire support network and family unit with them. How do we engage and leverage our families to be supporters and partners so their students can be more successful inside and outside the classroom? Parent, Family, New Student Connections was created and established in November 2020 to provide support, communication, advocacy, education for our families. We're not asking our families to drop them off and leave. We're actually saying, be a partner. One of our favorite new initiatives is during move-in weekend, we've hosted a tassel ceremony where we have given our families a tassel, which is a promise from the institution that their voice and presence and support and partnership will make the difference in helping their students be successful. As we evolve as a department, one of the ways that we want to activate our current families is creating a parent council. Having voices of current families advise our department, we are working towards the same goal, which is retaining and graduating our students.
Justice will not be served until those who are unaffected are as outraged as those who are.
You don't know what you don't know, but at the same time, you have to be sensitive about the different things that are going on in people's lives.
We're all struggling and we're all fighting a battle, and we have to figure out how to build that bridge.
We ultimately want them to leave and do public good through teaching physical education and health education. We want to promote moving.
Kids very early on, probably 18 months to 2 years, kids can initially start to interact in types of activities where they are, for example, running, skipping, hopping. So just getting somebody to roll a ball and a child to go after it, collect it and bring it back. That's perfectly permissible for young children to start doing. And then obviously over a period of time, those skills begin to develop.
It's really important that we have strong role models. We call it observational learning. And I think when we grow up with seeing people that we admire partaking in physical activity, we're more likely to do that, whether that be a professional person or someone like a parent. When we see them active, more than likely we're going to be active. And I think that's really important that we instill physical activity from a young age.
As kids approach kindergarten, preschool, we're starting to teach them the importance of different types of locomotor skills: hopping, skipping, running, jumping, galloping. Those sort of skills will initially provide a foundation for later on skill development, also develop their critical thinking, decision making in games and sports. That's something else that we can do, as well as teaching them how to interact with one another.
Welcome back to Cochrane Stadium. We are about to kick off the second half. We are currently tied 0-0. Will hasn't been the best, the most interesting or action-packed first half, but we are here at zeros. It's all for the taking.
Absolutely.
The Falcons' first MAC game of the year. The Broncos' second, having defeated Northern Illinois. Just talked to President Rogers in the crowd. He has been a constant supporter of both the men's and women's soccer teams here at Bowling Green. Good to see him out there on a chilly fall night under the lights now.
Well, we were discussing, Stephen, not much of a first half. The venerable Bede with the worst first line in Western civilization. It was the best of times.
Yes.
Or no, actually, Bede was, many things were happening. Some of them good, some of them not.
Yeah.
And I think that describes the first half pretty well. Not too much happened. A few chances either way. Certainly Western Michigan on top, but a little bit sloppy. not quite the standard that we've come to expect from these Falcons, to be frank. They've set a high bar. We're looking for a little bit more in this second half.
Oh, BG in attack here. Oh, my gosh, what a chance. Well, we look up, and Kuzmano had sprung free. Really should have been scoring from that distance, and that was probably the single best chance of the game. Right away.
Head injury here for Western Michigan, so the referee stops play. Might also have given a foul as well.
Brendan Graves handles that with ease. Here's that Falcon press. High looping ball.
Well, Stephen, I was just doing a quick check. I don't see a change in shape
I
from
don't either,
BGSU
yeah.
in the second half, so I think it's more of the same. Not noting a material change in personnel as well, so we'll see how this develops.
A lot of quality on the bench that Coach Nichols can turn to if he needs a late goal from some fresh legs, but looks content to stick with what we saw in the first half.
Well, Stephen, I have the first half box score in front of me. Tell you what, pretty even.
Yeah.
2 corner kicks to the Broncos, 1 to the Falcons. 2 shot attempts for Western Michigan, 2 shot attempts for Bowling Green. Only shot on goal actually coming from the Falcons. So not too much in this one just yet. This is the kind of game that you might squeak out with that 1-0 win. That 1 goal might decide it.
It looks like that's how where it's headed. Falcons able to clear with ease. Well, today the U.S. national men's team played Saudi Arabia to a pretty tepid 0-0 draw. Matt Turner in goal. What do you take from that performance? Not what I wanted to see headed into the World Cup, personally.
Certainly not an inspiring international break from the national team. I
England
think
as well.
I noted that Gio Reyna went off with an injury scare. I think I read that he's okay and it was preventive, but you might see the clip circulating on social media. He actually receives a pass near the sideline and simply passes it out of play and walks off the field. So in real time, it looked like one of those worst case scenarios, but subsequently at least as of a few hours ago, it sounded like perhaps it was preventive versus a serious injury. But yeah, I can't say anything good about this international break for the U.S. men. I do hope they shuffle the deck a little bit for the final 26-man squad. That squad larger than in years past. 26 players now eligible to be picked versus the traditional, I believe, 23 in years past.
And I'll tell you a name who will benefit from that, who has not played terribly well over the last year, but has come on strong in the last few weeks and months, is Josh Sargent. I don't think he was even going. And I think now he will make the final roster from what I understand. So.
Stephen, I wouldn't be surprised if he started.
Really? Yeah. And I mean, that's, Western with a chance here. BG trying to find some shape again. Joey will clear that one to the moon. And Kuzmano would love to pick a pocket here. He's so good at this.
A good example there, Stephen. BGSU not pressing in numbers.
Nope.
That was Kuzmano on an island. So
yeah, that's a result.
Once that first pass is made, the press is broken.
Yeah, and that is part of the downside of this formation is usually you'd have Masters up high, the old thunder and lightning. But
we've seen a few strike partners over the years with Masters playing the lightning role.
We have.
And the thunder being provided by a teammate. Although we've seen Nathan Masters put a shoulder or two into an opponent.
Yeah, I don't know how. I think Nathan Masters should just be thunder and lightning, and then whoever else is also thunder.
Sure.
I don't know.
Sure.
The storm metaphor falls apart a little bit because Nathan Masters can lay the wood.
He is the storm. He is the storm.
I was talking to somebody. Yeah, I was talking to somebody. I don't know who it was. They don't play for Bowling Green, but they must have played high school soccer, and they played against him. And they said, I absolutely hated playing against Nathan Masters.
Well, you can appreciate why. He works very hard off the ball. Constant menace.
Menace, that's a good word. Kind of player that you want on your team. It's a good idea here. Headed away from any danger. BG still needs to escape Beto. See what he can do with this, and he will try to put on the Jets, but that's just a tricky matchup there with number 8. Daniel Nemec, Beto's just struggled with the size matchup there a little bit, understandably so. Kind of a tricky ball here. Erlinson will pass out, and BG patient, escaping here.
Looking for a calm head out there. Slow things down. Exert a little bit of control over this game that feels a little topsy-turvy right now.
Jensen Lukosku. So BG will switch the whole field. Gil Nichols strong on the ball there.
I am impressed with the physicality and tenacity of Western Michigan.
Yeah,
I think they have
physical team.
They have gone blow for blow and probably bested BG at a lot of points in this game in a way that no other team that's come to Cochrane has impressed me so far this year.
Watch Masters here just waiting to make that run. Good first touch. Al, maybe a little heavy. Could hear that one from the press box.
Yes. Certainly got his money's worth out of that foul. I wonder, Stephen, if this is the kind of game that someone like Kyle Blassingame could come in for, get a few minutes. And I was really impressed with him the other night. Admittedly, you can call it garbage time. Some of the minutes he played.
He was good, high intensity.
And I feel like where he operated last Friday night might be an area that BG could really look to control.
Yeah, Trace Terry's a possible
Haven't
late
seen Trace
sub.
Terry today.
Yeah, haven't seen Trace Terry. Oh, Nathan Masters with a pirouette. Keeps control. Oh, my goodness. That was beautiful. We're going to see it on the replay here, I hope. But that was a bit of Spanish skill. The pirouette, nothing doing in the end.
Oh, I think the pirouette is universal, Stephen.
Maybe.
Ooh, little stumble from Brendan, but
Yeah.
he's able to recover and
all right.
get two hands on it.
Rare mistake from Joey there. And the Falcons will need to form a block.
Well done. Well done from the Costco there.
Yeah, it was very well done. And that will sail out the back harmlessly, and Western Michigan wastes a real chance with some numbers forward. 33 minutes to play in the second half. We are scoreless here at Cochrane Stadium in the Falcons' first game in MAC play against a formidable, tenacious Western Michigan team. But
this is a
Falcons with a
3v2.
break. Oh, just cannot capitalize here. That will go out for a throw-in, so the Falcons will still have the ball in a dangerous place. But Beto was breaking, and he's about as sure as finisher as you're going to see on the whole field.
Exactly who you want unmarked on that far post.
Cool as you like. 2 goals, 3 assists last week. This past weekend, Falcons are playing a cluster of games here. That'll be deflected for a Falcon corner kick, and maybe the Falcons will find their first goal in from a set piece, from a corner kick here. They can't always be bicycle kick beauties. Sometimes they have to be ricochets in the box that just fumble over the line. Good teams find a way to make that happen. Beta will take this short. That'll go right out the back. I don't quite know what the set play there was.
Another one. Corner kick, Bowling Green. Not to ask if you saved any energy for a second one, but clearly you did.
Joey will fly into that one. It's kind of a 50-50. I'm glad it was given to the attacking player.
That one's going to hurt.
Yeah.
I could see from here, and he went right into the back. Good challenge, to be clear. I think good call there, and dangerous area. Maybe a little bit wide to take as a shot, but we'll see what BG cooks up on this one.
Three over the ball, as Bowling Green has been known to do in these free kicks. It's usually been Beto who takes it, but something tells me it could come sooner now. A lot of tape on this exact set play, so I wouldn't be surprised to see something a little out of sorts, you know. Maybe second. Oh, he will take it. In the past, we've seen Masters step over that, right?
Yeah.
So in the sense, it was a slight variation on the theme, but
he's got the hot foot. You know, you don't
Yeah.
mind seeing him take it.
No. Western on the attack now. And a good ball into the box.
Offside call. Yeah. I think that's the first offside call of the night at Western Michigan.
As well.
I've been impressed with Western Michigan. I'll tell you what, Stephen.
Something tells me we'll be seeing them again later in the season.
Well, Stephen, we do have some fans asking what flavors of seltzer are the commentators drinking tonight. For me, it's, of course, an original. But why don't you tell me a little bit about what you're drinking?
Is it? Are you drinking generic brand?
Well, sure. Yeah, it's just a seltzer.
Kroger?
Yeah.
I've got LaCroix Black Raspberry. We are not sponsored by them.
No.
To be clear.
Nope.
This is not an endorsement.
Not an endorsement. In fact, I don't even drink them.
You just waft it under your nose, the water smell.
Very briefly, before we move on, Stephen, where are you on the coconut-flavored seltzer water, specifically LaCroix, again, whom we do not endorse or not endorse?
Yeah, it's neither. I think that all coconut-flavored things
are disgusting. That's where we're going with this.
It tastes like you found a warm water bottle in the back seat of your car and decided to drink it, whatever was left in it.
That is a rough take on the coconut, but point well taken. I too find it disgusting. Of course, many other wonderful flavors from LaCroix, again, who we do not endorse or not endorse.
Passion fruit is my go-to.
Sure. Pamplemousse for me.
Yeah. Which, of course, is French for moose hair.
That's right. That's right.
No, it is, of course, French for grapefruit.
Is that right?
It is.
Do you actually know that?
Yes, because I have a...
Certainly it is a grapefruit flavor, but it could be anything.
No,
I don't think we've checked.
It is pamplemousse.
Paris est la capitale de France. Oui or no, Stephen?
I do not speak French.
Well.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, oui.
Okay.
Paris is the capital of France. Folks, we were talking about seltzer water. We need some action in this game tonight. We have seen a pretty even battle without anything too spectacular, but we appreciate you sticking with us and putting up with our silly broadcast antics. But what we have, Will, is 26 and a half minutes left against two very good MAC teams. The score is 0-0, and this is a big game. It's the first MAC game of the season for the Falcons, but can set the tone today. And I know the Falcon faithful here would love to see a goal under the lights.
Well, certainly, I think at the outset of the game, I'm guessing if you ask Western Michigan, would you take a point away at Bowling Green for them to open MAC play with a win and a draw? Yeah. I think they might have taken it, but I'll tell you what, with 26 minutes left, I don't know if they would. I think they might push for that win on balance of play. I think they've been a little bit stronger today.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not a game that rewards the winner of the balance of play. It only rewards the team that's put it in the back of the net, and that could be anyone over these final few minutes.
Absolutely. It's a cruel game in that regard. I'd like to say that in games like professional football, the best team always wins, but Will, you and I know that this weekend has taught us that that's not the case, as both of our favorite teams
certainly, or even the divisional round of last year's playoffs in the AFC.
Well, that seemed very perfect to me, but yeah.
Bills Mafia. Ooh. Jake Bergen, well done to win that
from
ball.
A tricky tackle, and Beto has room to run. You'd love to see Masters cut in, and he does. He's going to try to beat this defender one-on-one and find a willing shooter. Masters. And just a white wall there. Joey not missing a lot of those, but 21. Giant of a man.
Gotta wonder, Stephen, if we'll see 21 of our own, Trace Terry, come onto the field at any point
Also
today.
a mountain of a man.
Also a mountain of a man. A fan favorite, if we say it enough times. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. I'm a little surprised not to see that given, Stephen.
I am too.
There was a lot of extra shoulder put in that.
And Nathan Masters gives a lot of those.
Yeah,
he gets a lot of fouls called on him for that, I think.
In fairness, I do think that the opponent, I think that was Dylan Singh for Western Michigan, has a little bit of extra shoulder to give compared to Nathan Masters. So I can appreciate that dynamic, but a little surprised not to see that given.
Yeah. And I've just noticed there is a steady drizzle now against the light. Look for footing to perhaps be an issue here in the rest of the second half.
Ooh.
Oh.
You could see it happen.
Yeah, deflected goal into the back of the net for the Broncos. I don't think there's a lot that Brennan Graves can do there.
Eric Connerty, number 9 for Western Michigan. You could see him line it up. He struck it well.
Yeah.
That might have been goal bound without the deflection.
May have been, but that deflection.
But with the deflection, that looped just over Brendan Graves. No chance at that one.
Yeah.
Well, we've just been saying one goal could do it. Is one goal going to be enough? Now, what I wonder, Stephen, with 23 minutes left, halfway through the second half, does this change Western Michigan's approach? They have had a dominant mindset. They've been physical. They've been aggressive. They've taken the game to BG in a way that BG is not accustomed to. Maybe they relax a little bit after going a goal up. Can BG get on the front foot?
Something here.
Might we see a substitution or two? Does Nichols go into the bag and try to find something a little bit different to change the dynamic of this game?
Marco Rimek is on the pitch now, number 22. And Andrew Schaefer on the pitch as well.
Substitutions into the game for the Falcons, number 8, Andrew Schaefer, for number 27, Nathan Masters, and number 20.
So Masters will just get a little break after. Oh, and Rimek will immediately get a chance. Oh, what a ball. What a good idea.
Scored by number 9, Eric Connerty. Assist on the play, number 16, Tanner Hudson.
BG faithful spurring on their brown and orange here to find a response. Plenty of time, 22.5 minutes left. Falcons do look to be playing with some energy here. Marco Rimek can take off. Good ball in. Oh! Andrew Schaefer unexpectedly switched to the field. I like that. And the Falcons have some big energy coming out here. Fastball low.
I'd love to see Marco Rimek in a few more of those 1v1 scenarios.
Yeah, I would too.
Just get the ball and go. When a team presses effectively, it's as if they have an extra player all over the field, and that is the impression you get of Western Michigan. It's as though they create 2v1s all over the field.
They do, yeah.
They press in packs, and you just saw Alberto Anaya there frustrated as he actually managed to do a half turn against 2 defenders, but didn't have a player to pass to, and BGSU lost possession.
Substitution into the game for Western Michigan, number 10, Jordan Walker, for number 6, Dylan Singh.
Dylan Singh will get subbed out after putting in quite a shift tonight. Been a standout player for the Broncos. Falcons with 20 minutes to find a response here. Down 1-0 at home against a very good Western Michigan team. Oh, I like this idea. I'll go out for a Falcon throw-in, so BG a little aggressive here. Andrew Schaefer, who opened his account with the Falcons last week in that 6-0 display against Oakland, on the field now, looking to make an impact. That press you talked about. Trace Terry in the game. Marco Rimick comes out. Got some size up front now. Marco Rimick, of course, not a small player himself. Joey will run with that. Now needs to get back to help, but Falcons.
Jake Bergen,
what a
position,
ball.
but my goodness, what a ball. Well, heads-up play from Jake Bergen to cover for Joey,
That
but
was
difficult to make up for Joey.
Yeah.
Nice, delicious through ball from Western Michigan.
Excellent.
Just can't quite get on the end of it.
Yeah.
Just a little while ago, Marco Remick was operating really off the left-hand side over here. And just a moment ago, Trace Terry was as well, but as I started speaking, he drifted inside.
Yeah.
So it's something to watch to see if he favors one side or the other.
I'd like to see BG push up here a little bit more. There we go.
Let's see what. I am not clear on what's happened.
Is he pointing to the spot?
He pointed certainly
to a spot.
To a spot near the penalty spot. Surely not the penalty spot.
It's a penalty.
Now, here's something to note. If the official has decided that Western Michigan intentionally played the ball back to the goalie and the goalie handled it, I believe we have the rare scenario.
Free kick in the box.
But I believe we have an indirect free kick
in
the box. This
is only the second one in soccer history.
I'm racking my
Or
brain
third.
as to another
There was
scenario.
a lower league game in Pensacola, Florida in 1992. Oh, this is an indirect free kick.
So things to keep in mind. They still have to give 10 yards. And you're so close. That means
Oh,
functionally.
that's a.
I'll tell you what. There's going to be.
That could be a red card.
No.
I saw some slapping of sorts.
I too saw the slapping. Certainly slapping was taking place. You're going to see the referee back everyone up to the goal line at some point toward what is, to me, I guess it'd be the right-hand side of the goal. They'll start to bend in because they just have to be 10 yards away from the ball. The penalty spot is only 10 yards out, and look, he's closer than that, which means now they're going to have to wait for the referee's whistle.
Are we going to see a back heel here, do you think?
You're going to see Joey rip this as absolutely hard as he can. And again, now
there's a yellow.
First card is given. Folks, this is something to watch. You can appreciate from a Western Michigan perspective, if there is ever a free kick in which you want to drift forward, it's this one.
Yeah.
Right? And this is where that height advantage comes into play. You can see the players, they're almost all the way up.
They're thinking about their family dental plans right now.
You have to think Joey's going to hit this as hard as he can. Folks, we are on the edge of our seats. We're not even on our seats.
We are proverbially standing up.
For me, well, I'm not.
I say
won't
go
second
low.
guess.
I say you go low here. And maybe you just tap it low. I'm surprised they don't have someone laying down. This is.
Yep. Oh. Oh.
I wonder if Joey was almost looking for some contact.
Well, BG was playing. Ooh, I'll tell you what, you've seen it given. You've seen it given, Stephen. Joey won the ball, but I'll tell you what, I'm not sure what color this is going to be. It's just yellow.
Folks,
Stephen,
you are witnessing bedlam.
Too many things happening all at once. I will say this. Joey, a lucky boy to win the ball, because that was
yeah,
he
big challenge.
Left his feet, two-footed. Glad to see he won the ball cleanly, because in real time, as you saw him leap, you thought, oh my goodness. But then right away, going the other direction, Western Michigan commits a foul that might have been a red themselves. Instead, only a yellow given. Now BG with the ball and a free kick. Going back to that indirect inside the box. Ugh, Stephen, I'd like to see a little bit more, either low or high. Joey kind of went right in the middle.
Yeah,
nowhere.
yeah. I mean, do you practice those? I don't even know.
You know, it's the kind of thing they probably practiced on, like August 19th, right? And they haven't revisited. How many indirect free kicks?
I'd like to see how many of those happen in a max season across all teams. I would guess under 3.
That one was notably close
Point
to
blank.
the goal. Yeah. Well, when you ask any of the deadly free kick specialists in the world, they don't want it right on the edge of the box.
No.
They actually want it a few yards out.
Yeah.
They want the chance to get up and down over a wall or around a wall.
Yeah.
That was pretty close. My goodness. Things have certainly heated up.
They have.
Here at the C.
The C.
Cochrane Stadium.
15 and a half minutes left. Falcons need to find a goal.
"15 minutes left, Stephen. I wonder what magic we have left in store today."
Certainly seen some magic in Cochrane Stadium before. Bowling Green needs to dig into that reserve. We know the quality is on the pitch. We saw 6 goals here last year, albeit to I think safe to say, a less imposing team, but certainly Oakland capable, and BG putting 6 past them will still be in their mind. Some confidence there, hopefully lingering over into this last 15 minutes. And from a Western Michigan standpoint, they would love to kill the game off. Trace Terry imposing his will here on this ball. Schaefer has to find some room. A great idea, and Terry has the length to make that happen. Just able to be kept in. Oh! Trace Terry blocking that shot. Falls kindly to the keeper.
Oof. Gonna bring that back, surely. Yes. Official brings it back there. Good
Well
call.
played. This game has been very well refereed tonight.
I agree. Official waited to see if Trace Terry was going to win that ball down the right. Since he doesn't, brings the ball back.
Kalen Nichols with a quick pass. Schaefer will want this ball outside wide. Just picked out by number 25 of the Broncos. Erlinson will get another chance. Beto looking to work some magic here. BG in the attack. Oh, Jenny just gets kind of clipped as he tries to pass that ball in. Dealt with by Brennan Graves. He's going to keep it on the ground. 12 minutes left. Joey with a sizzler into the foot of Beto. It's a lot for him to handle there. We'll go out for a Western throw-in.
Less than 12 minutes left. BGSU needs to get it back in and around the box, do the job, finally score. Score a couple times, take the lead.
Michigan number 16, Tanner Hodgson, for number 26, Landon Fisher. Back in the game for the Falcons, number 27, Nathan Masters, for number 8, Andrew Schaefer. And number 15, Kyle Kuzma. In game for number 21, Frank Carroll.
A couple of substitutions there for BGSU. Some of the starters back onto the field.
Masters tackled from behind again there. Not going to get that one. Oh my gosh. Western with several threatening chances there right in front of goal. Somehow BG escapes and are only down a goal. 10.5 minutes left. Falcons still patient here. I like that. There's plenty of time.
Joey unloads.
Hopefully a favorable ricochet here. Joey could push the ball here a little bit. Oh, good ball to Masters, and he loves this ball. I don't think he's looking for a foul there. I think he just stumbled at full speed. Yeah. Erlinson slips awkwardly. Glad that he wasn't injured on that awkward slide.
Thank you.
Western Michigan sub is number 26, Landon Fisher, for number 6, Dylan Finn.
Falcons need to be careful here. Pinned back, and that press is just a lot. BG used to being the ones doing the pressing. The formation today may be requiring a slightly different approach.
Viewers might sense that Stephen and I are starting to get sucked into the drama of the game as
We
we
are. Masters up the
will
side here.
BGSU towards victory. Not quite happening for us at the moment.
We are watching the ball ping pong around the field. That will go out the back for a goal kick. So yeah, BG finds itself down 1-0 against a very good team. It's happened a few times this season. I would not say that the Falcons have played poorly.
Falcons number 11, Eli Shope, in for number 4. On there, Dedich, also number 21, Trace Terry, in the game for number 18, Jake Burry.
Yeah, so Chopin for Dedich is a very aggressive.
Yes. We've got a midfielder on for a defender and
Yeah.
a forward on for a midfielder.
Yeah.
So Coach Nichols
Wants
shifting
the
the
goal.
onus of play a little bit forward. We've got an irate Western Michigan fan condemning the official for what was a pretty cut and dry offsides call.
By like 10 feet.
I'll say this. Offside rule can be confusing.
Can be.
You know, a little bit elusive.
Yeah. He was saying it with the conviction of someone who seems like they think they know what the offside rule is, but may not.
Absolutely. You don't often see that level.
Commitment.
Conviction
Yeah.
To an offsides call. I'll say this, Stephen. If this result holds, Western Michigan announcing themselves as a force to be reckoned with in MAC play this year. 2 wins on the trot, including away to Bowling Green.
They're definitely a MAC contender. They were last year as well.
No call there in the middle of the field on Beto, but BGSU able to win it back. I'll tell you what, they've called the ball out for a goal kick. That was an impressive maneuver from a Western Michigan attacker. From here, now I'm a ways away. I thought he kept that ball in with his head. That was an impressive play.
It was.
But linesman called it out. So, but of course that already BGSU playing it quickly for a goal kick, goes back, comes forth, and now BGSU once again in attack.
Running out of time here. 4.5 minutes to find a goal. Beto drifting out wide now.
Jensen Nikosku has gone down after making that pass. I didn't see if there was contact or not.
Yeah, it looks like he's in some pain. And there's a Bronco cramped on the ground as well.
Jensen Nikosku very animated, given a yellow card for expressing his opinion. Now being separated. So certainly some words exchanged there between Nikosku and the official that the official did not take kindly to.
Joy with a long throwing into the box.
Graves in a good position to receive that ball.
Brendan Graves could have actually perhaps carried that a little further. Some shouts for handball not given. Ooh. Wow, Beto with an excellent chance, and you have to say that was well dealt with.
Yes.
Yeah, Bronco defenders offering congratulations. That was a great save. Hunter Morse keeps the Bronco advantage there with that. And Beto on the ball, and he loves this. Kuzmano.
Just too much on the
yeah.
ball.
Three minutes left. Falcons looking for an equalizer here at home. Fans letting their voice be heard.
This is about the time. 3 minutes left. You think, okay, probably one more good chance in this, maybe two.
Yeah, got to capitalize here.
Some tired legs out there, Steve.
There are.
You can tell.
Joey, though, with boundless energy, and he's going to look to play a ball of his own, and these balls are hanging up strangely today.
There's just a huge gap between where a lot of those BG players are gravitating to on the front line and then the back line. Not a lot of folks knitting together.
No, in under 2 minutes, BG needs to tempo up here. Trace Terry would have loved to have got a head on that.
I'll tell you what, maybe a little bit burned by the earlier call. The goalie elects to volley that instead of just using his hands.
Look for Beto to just send this back in. Thank you. Trace Terry tries to get a head on it. Anything could happen here. Speculative ball back in, kind of a looper. Minute left here at Cochrane. Broncos up 1-0.
Substitution into the game for Western Michigan is number 10, Jordan Walker, for number 21, Mike Bellarani.
"62 seconds left. Will there be Nichols time here for BGSU? His 14th year at the helm for the Falcons. No one can deny the incredible program he's built, the progress this team has made. But 40 seconds left. Will it be enough to find that equalizer? One last push here from BGSU.
Needs to be a little more urgent.
I like this, Steven. They've got one more chance. They should build it right. Otherwise, they're going to lose possession. And they've got to build.
And that could see out the game here.
We'll get our countdown here from 10.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
So your Bowling Green Falcons will fall 1-0 today against Western Michigan. A very good side. I think Bowling Green played pretty well. We appreciate everyone coming to the game. There will be more excellent MAC games this season. We'll give you an update on our next one here, which will not be a MAC game. It will be October 1st at Georgetown, and then
9 days
back here.
Yep.
October 6th against Akron. So from strength to strength, Bowling Green with the difficult schedule that we schedule, and then we get scheduled.
That's right.
Difficult teams with the MAC.
That's right.
It's par for the course. And
the next home game's October 6th against Akron, and October 21st against Chicago State. Stephen and I will, of course, be with you on that game against Chicago State on the 21st.
We will.
you'll be in the safe hands of trusted professionals against Akron on the 6th.
Thank you for tuning in, folks. Tough loss. We'll be back.